You believe if you just love them enough, support them hard enough, they will change. But here's the truth. The person who doesn't want to change will use your compassion as a weapon against you. This is a savior complex, and it's destroying your life while making theirs worse. The savior complex is when you attach your self-worth to fixing someone else's problems. You see their brokenness as a challenge, their pain as your responsibility, and their recovery as proof of your value. It feels noble. It feels like love. But it's actually a trauma response disguised as kindness. First, let's talk about the origin. Usually, people with savior complexes grew up in chaotic environments. Maybe a parent was an addict, mentally ill, or emotionally unavailable. As a child, you learned that your job was to manage their emotions, anticipate their needs, and keep the peace. Fast forward to adulthood. You seek out people who need fixing because that dynamic feels familiar. It feels like home, even though home was toxic. Second, the pattern. You meet someone damaged. You think, they're actually amazing, they just need the right person. So you invest emotionally, financially, and mentally. You make excuses for their behavior. You cover their responsibilities. You become their therapist, their parent, their financial safety net. Meanwhile, they watch you pour yourself out and do nothing to meet you halfway. Third, the unconscious trade-off. On some level, you're not trying to save them. You're trying to prove your own worth. If you can fix them, you're valuable. If you can't, you're a failure. This keeps you trapped in relationships where progress is impossible because their brokenness is the foundation of your connection. Fourth, the exploitation cycle. Broken people aren't stupid. They notice your desperation to help. And whether consciously or unconsciously, they use it. They make small improvements when you're about to leave, then regress when you're hooked again. You're not helping them heal. You're enabling their dysfunction. Fifth, the cost to yourself. You neglect your own growth, your friendships, your career, your peace. You become exhausted, resentful, and finally, you realize you've lost yourself entirely. Here's the deeper truth. You cannot save someone who doesn't want to be saved. Change requires their willingness, their effort, and their accountability. Your love is not medicine. Your support is not a cure. And the sooner you accept this, the sooner you can actually help. Real love doesn't require you to sacrifice your sanity. Real partnership doesn't mean being someone's emotional life raft. If you're constantly drowning trying to keep someone else afloat, you're not saving them. You're both sinking. So here's what changes everything. Stop loving people for their potential. Start loving people for their actions. If they want to change, they will invest in it themselves. Your job is not to fix them. Your job is to protect yourself and choose people who are already doing the work.